Hi everyone! Today I'm very honored and excited to host a guest speaker on the topic of tips and tricks for reactivity. Marcella Ward is a positive reinforcement dog trainer in Houston, Texas, who runs her own business, Dogs Speak Dog Training, and also trains at KraftyK9's Dog Training. She offers privates and group classes for adult dogs and puppies, focusing on basic manners and also dog sports. Marcella has been competing in dog sports since 2007 and got her heart dog Shimmer in 2005, which is a similar time I also began my dog training journey with my little Chihuahua Kiko and my Border Collie Splash. So then I joined social media, and that's when I found out about Marcella. To find out more about her training and classes, check out the links in the description below. She now competes in a multitude of dog sports with her Border Collies, one you'll get to meet in this video as her demo dog, Fibonacci. So enjoy these tips and tricks for reactivity.
Hi guys, my name is Marcella Ward and I am a dog trainer here in Houston, Texas. I own my own dog training business called Dogs Speak Dog Training, and I also work at a facility called KraftyK9 Dog Sports. So what I want to talk to you about today is a little bit of dog reactivity and fearfulness in dogs. Dog reactivity can be genetic, and it is a problem that unfortunately is difficult to deal with. It can be very stressful, it can feel frustrating, and it can feel very lonely sometimes. But rest assured that dog reactivity is something that you can work through with your dog. It is something that you can overcome with a lot of hard work, and your dog can learn to live a much more peaceful and happy and confident life because of the work you put in. So my dog personally is dog reactive, and that means that dogs frighten her. Her typical situation is she sees another dog and she barks and lunges to try and get that scary thing to go away. If she does that, what she's learned typically is that works because people generally don't like to stay around a barking, lunging dog. But what we can do is we can change her perspective on how she feels around other people and other dogs. So she's not people reactive, but this is something you can do if your dog is people reactive as well. So what you can do is you can teach your dog the phrase, that's a dog friend or that's a person friend. And every time your dog sees a person or sees a dog, you're going to tell them that and you're going to reward them, even if they get frustrated. Because eventually what they're going to do is they're going to realize they're not going to have to be frustrated. They're going to be feeling much more confident because they'll hear you say, there's a dog or person friend. They're going to acknowledge that dog or person, and then they're going to look to you because they know a reward is coming, okay? So I will show you what that looks like. So I'm just gonna say, there's a dog friend. And you notice how she looked, and then she got rewarded. Yes, there's a dog friend. Yes, good girl. There's a dog friend. Yes, good girl. So that's exactly how it works. Or you can say, there's a person friend, and reward. There's a person friend, and reward. There's a person friend, and reward. Right? Good girl. Very nice. Excellent. Other things you can do to help your dog is walk them during the non-busy hours of the day. So ideally, if you can, walk them during the day when most people aren't walking their dogs. Unfortunately, if you live in a hot climate like I do in Houston, that is not feasible. So what you can do is you can find locations that are typically dogless or less frequented by dogs. Typically, I like to find a big park. A big park has options for you to spread yourself thin and has plenty of escape routes so that if you do come across another dog or a person, you can quickly move behind a tree or go down another path or navigate towards a little bushy area where your dog can't necessarily see the triggers that cause them to get reactive. Something else you can do is you can go ahead and rent what's called a sniff spot. Sniff Spot is an awesome app. This is not sponsored by Sniff Spot by any means, but Sniff Spot is a fantastic app that lets you rent areas where you're specifically the only one with your dog. And that way you are able to let your dog explore, hang out in this spot, sniff, be a dog without worrying about other dogs coming into your area. Sniff Spot is fairly affordable, so if that's another option for you. The other option is, of course, you can also use your backyard in lots of varieties of ways. What you can do in your backyard, ideally, is you can take a handful of treats and you can scatter them in your backyard. And that itself provides something like a nature snuffle mat for your dog, okay? So that provides mental enrichment, which is just as important as physical enrichment. And scattering those treats in your yard allows your dog to snuffle for them and sniff for them. And if you don't know already, sniffing and licking can lower your dog's heart rate, which is a really great thing for dogs who are anxious or stressed out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like if I do a scatter for my young dog here. She knows the word scatter, and so she starts looking for her treats when I say that word. And I don't know if you noticed in the video earlier, she kind of looked for it a little bit. Okay, ready? Scatter. Good girl. As you can see, there are a lot of different games and ways you can help your reactive dog feel confident. Scattering treats when you see another dog is also a fantastic way to get your dog focused on something else, because they will be busy snuffling in the grass instead of barking and lunging. You can't snuffle in the grass and bark and lunge at the same time. So that's what we call a DRI in dog training. It's a differential reinforcement of an incompatible behavior. The dog just cannot do both behaviors at the same time. So those are some tips and tricks to help you with your dog if your dog is reactive. Trust me when I say reactivity can be very hard, but there are lots of people out there who struggle with it, and there's lots of support out there as well. Get to training.
I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Don't forget to check out the description for links to Marcella's training and her classes. See you later.